like I was imagining crimes get committed somewhat out there, like any kind of things like that. Nothing across like.
I mean, I've recovered stolen vehicles they've gone running out there in the desert and got caught out there.
See, like a camper cooking meth or anything? No.
We've picked up different campers for the Forest Service, and then we recovered an insurance fraud truck. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Where they jump it off a cliff.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty fun. That's
yeah.
an interesting way to claim it, because it seems like, you know, when you're out there, nothing else going on, like people get crazy.
Yeah, they're not my most common, but you'd be really hard pressed to create a scenario that one of us hasn't seen.
He's recovered a plane,
Yeah.
so he's got us beat.
Yeah.
We went on a horse recovery right before the off-road games.
Okay.
You recovered the horse,
Well,
or you
the
went with
trailer.
horses?
No, there was a trailer with a horse in it.
Okay.
That was weird.
Is the horse okay?
No,
Not
it
anymore.
got yeah. It was bad. It was a weird deal.
Those cows.
Oh yeah, we had to go get a cow. We couldn't get it, but we took a snowcat
Oh,
in.
yeah, you're feeding them, taking feed
So
to
two
them.
bulls got stuck on the top of a mountain. They got snowed in, and they were able to locate them, but there was too much snow. They couldn't walk them out. So they got to them, and then they had to take a snowmobile a mile back up a river to get food to them. And so then we took our snowcat up to try to get them. Couldn't get it. Then we hauled 16 bales of hay on the top of the snowcat to where all they had to do was transport the hay like 1 mile instead of like 12 miles up a canyon. So that one was weird. I mean, we didn't recover them, but we helped keep them alive.
What's your preferred season for people to get stuck? Summer, winter? What's
like
snow
the
rough?
snow.
From busy season in Moab goes from right now to Thanksgiving, and then from Thanksgiving to mid-February it's a ghost town.
Really?
And I don't kind of have mine doesn't really have a season. It's pretty much going year round.
A lot of people getting stuck like in the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, his changes from snow to sand.
And
So
we
you kind of
have
have to have the two skill sets.
We
then.
have a very special kind of mud there too. I haven't found it anywhere else. I'm not saying it doesn't exist somewhere else, but we have mud that is so slick that on perfectly level ground, your trailer wheels will slide rather than roll on this. It is just slick.
So how do you handle getting through that then? Because once you're
Lots of wheel speed.
just wheel
So
speed.
yeah, you're if you drive timidly, you'll just slide into the ditch and you'll be done. So you're just doing these four-wheel drifts, and you're doing weird things to make it happen. I don't know how else to describe it. You just use a lot. Have you been on one of those, Jake? One where the ground seems level. You park the Jeep and get out of it, and it slides away from you.
Really?
Yeah.
And the trailer and all, because you go out often with a trailer.
Yeah.
So-
So I wouldn't take a trailer. That would be a head. Oh man, no.
Interesting. So you have to have the two skill sets of sand.
Well, sand, mud, and snow.
Yeah.
And rocks.
Okay. So there's quite a difference.
There's a pretty broad and
I just have to deal with rocks.
giant rocks though.
I don't deal with
but
sand.
Rory
And
can deal with
mountains.
all of it. He'll figure it out. None of us.
I hate the
None of us are experts all the time at exactly every single thing we're doing, but we don't stop. We don't quit.
How do people get a hold of you guys then? Because that's interesting because you're YouTube famous at very YouTube known. So you kind of almost have to somehow be able to weed out like people just calling versus actual business calls.
Yeah, lots of people want to call and just talk to me. We have a call center to weed that out. And then
Sometimes they get through.
sometimes they do.
They work their way through.
Yeah, they somehow figure it out.
What do they say, just so the viewers know?
Well, every single thing you can think of, they have
my
ideas.
best friend.
They have ideas to make it better. Some of them just want to tell me how much they like the channel, and all of that's great. I just don't have time to,
Of course,
field everybody's phone call. So yeah, any subject you can imagine, that's what they want to talk to me about. But we get a lot of referrals from other tow companies, any of the law enforcement. They know who we are and where it is. But yeah, a lot of it is the people just know who we are, so they're easy to track down.
Rory, your number's posted, isn't it? So, yeah. Mine isn't. Mine goes through my shop.
You're gonna have to change that at some point.
No, my shop phone is posted, but since we moved shops, it's just been easier to have it forwarded to my number.
Yeah.
And so I have everything forwarded to my phone, but it's
How do you balance that?
Well, and I answer the phone all the time and just say, hey, look, because we get the calls all the time because we used to run a shop. And so the shop is what got us to where we could just do recoveries. So now we do recoveries and people call and they're like, hey, are you still working on stuff? Hey, I've got this truck in Tennessee that I'd love to bring up and have you guys work on. I don't have time for that. Like I'm trying to do 1,000 things at once anyway.
What did the shop do then? Just general repair?
We were off-road specific repair shop.
That makes sense.
We were the only one in Moab for a while. But like I said, I actually moved back to Moab about 8 years ago with the intention to do off-road recovery. But it was like, you can't just do it. You got to get your name out there and make a reputation and get to it. So I worked for the off-road shop. And then the off-road shop decided, like, I just moved back to Moab, and then they decided to shut down, and they were moving across the state. And so I'm like, I just moved back home, to my hometown. This is my dream job. Now what do I do? And I ended up working a deal where I bought the equipment and inventory from the old shop, started my own, and then had it rolling. But I had the truck, and I started building it for recoveries, just specifically for that.
And the truck is the Trailmater?
Yeah.
That's where the name came from?
Yeah.
That tow truck?
Yeah, that's what I started doing because the old shop had done recoveries and trail repairs and stuff, but the mechanics used their own vehicle.
So they would just kind of freelance do it?
Yeah, well, no, so you would head out and like you... the boss would tell you, here, take your Jeep, and here's the grab tools out of your toolbox, and then here's the parts that you need to go put on this Jeep that's broke out here, and then you go do that, and then I'm gonna bill them for it.
Yeah. Oh.
And so
that's a great business.
You're gonna get paid by the hour. You get paid by the hour.
Go take all your nice Snap-on tools and go out into the...
And so I was like, I want to build a specific vehicle to just do recoveries. So I started putting the truck together, and then it started rolling. And like I said, it was rolling before I met Matt or even started doing YouTube. People were just like, man, you got to put what you're doing on YouTube. And I was like, okay. And so my first videos were some walkarounds of my truck. Like just here, this is what it is, holding the phone wrong, not knowing how to talk or anything, just straight up, here's my truck.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. I'm sure you guys get the same thing. How do you start a YouTube channel?
Just start doing it. I tell people, I'm like, well, if you really want to do this, you need to just be ready to do it and then tell everyone close to you in your life that you'll see them in about 1.5 years if they're lucky.
Yeah, that makes sense. I need to tell my wife that.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for tuning in to the Bogetti Clips YouTube channel. For the full podcast, check us out on Bogetti Studios YouTube and all your audio platforms. Also, hit that subscribe button to not miss out on any of the new Bogetti clips coming up.